Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is VlogsBoutNothin. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your Friday to join me. I'd really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Not I would. I got this joke on the tip of my tongue, and before I forget, I think I'm going to try and lead in with that. But okay, so here it is. I got it now. All right, so there will be times in your life, ladies and gentlemen, they, them. You feel me? Forgive my kingpin towel here. There will be times in your life where you'll remember. You call them milestones. You feel me? You get notifications on your email that you never check about your IG feed. That's kind of what it is. But regardless, you remember some stuff. One of the things I bet you'll remember is when like you start to get white hair. It could be the exact time. It could be, a time where you're like, holy potatoes, where'd all that come from? It could be any one of these situations, right? But here's the thing. So I especially get freaked out when I see white hair because, well, I'm only 36. I know I look like I'm applying for Social Security next year, but that's not in fact the case. I am like 30 years away from that. So, good luck to me trying to figure out what to do for the next 3 decades. But regardless, I can recall a vivid time at one point in my life, just a few years ago, where I was dating an older woman. And no, this wasn't the one from, most recently. Holy potatoes. But regardless, I'm hanging out with this girl, right? This woman. And she's so much older than me, right? That, like, we're in the car and she gets out. And I look at my seat and I see this white hair on my seat, right? And I'm like, oh man, this is a bit this is a bit humbling in terms of like, hey, I'm gonna be old too, right? Sooner than later, dude. This is what I'm telling myself because I'm like around 30-ish or whatever. And 6 years later, here I am. I say it like that, and it wasn't a really joke, I guess. Wasn't really a joke. I guess I'm just the only joke here, but I had to get it off my chest. I know that was a lengthy sidebar. Welcome to the show, right? My name is Albert. I'm the host of this thing. We talk about nothing. I do my absolute best to reinforce the advocation of such policy. We live in a time where, like, jobs aren't very plentiful and the future isn't looking so great for the workforce as it concerns the future. And so I'm just a dude. I sit behind my desk and we talk about some stuff. That's what happens. But like, seriously, all new subs, viewers, I really appreciate it. We make everything worthwhile, and it's fun. So I wouldn't have it any other way. Trust me, I wouldn't have it any other way. We're in this together. I don't want to do anything else, and so it's because of that, as well as my undying passion to make the 4 streams a day. If you didn't already know, that's what goes down here. Hit the subscribe button. At least give it some consideration. I'd really appreciate it. It's pretty much just a big laugh here. It's a big riot here. At least that's what I like to think of it. I'm not sure. I think maybe sometimes some people get a little upset by the things that we talk about here on the channel, but hey, you know, more power to you if I mean, I said the other day that I watch stuff that I don't like rage bait myself, you feel me? But like I inquisit bait myself. As in, like, I'm always watching stuff that doesn't necessarily align with my viewpoints, you feel me? And anyways, let's get into the topic. Okay, so if again you're new to the channel, this is kind of what we do, right? At some point we get to what we're supposed to be talking about. It's just like my life. At some point, oh, that's a dangerous one, I know. Oh my gosh, I just, when I start roasting myself, I can't stop, and it's just fuel for me to continue. So I'm gonna move forward on something else. Let's talk about, okay, so it's actually good that the sidebar's gone this long because I'm not quite sure if even we here at Vlogs About Nothing could manage to come up with enough material for 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes about the topic for tonight, which is serial characters. Okay, so I draw inspiration from all areas in my life, you know? I mean, from the shaved eyebrow that you're looking at on your screen, you know, to the blemishes that occurs if I'm 12. I get inspiration from everywhere. It's all over the place. And so this morning, you know, my roommate and I would do a little bit of grocery shopping, and we're over at the store, and of course, you know, throwing up the W for Walmart, you know, because again, good old American boy here absolutely loves Walmart. And seriously, if there was ever a person to send a thank you card, it'd be your local Walmart. They're making sure that the world isn't, you know, while it's on fire, we're able to access cheap products, which is the only point of this whole sort of experiment, you know, with the capitalism and stuff. Walmart's killing it. Anyways, so we're at Walmart, and eventually, you know, we're talking about the cereal characters, but regardless, I see this huge box of cereal. Now, I've been inspired, so I saw this huge box. It was obviously not full of cereal. I picked it up. It was empty, but it was this huge box. I mean, I'm not, when I say this, I mean, it was like 4 feet tall by 3 feet wide. It was the coolest box of cereal I have ever seen because it was labeled Frosted Flakes and had Tony the Tiger, and wouldn't you know, they are great. You know, they are great. All cereal cartoon caricatures, you know, personalities, like, I'm about it, you know? Like, ain't no controversy ever going down with, like, Chester the Cheetah, you know, or Tony the Tiger, or the rabbit, you know, Trix. Trix is for kids, you silly rabbit. The pirate on Captain Crunch. The little leprechaun from Lucky Charms, you know? I seriously hope that, you know, the PC culture doesn't dwindle on down to the cereal aisle, because, like, what fun would cereal be without the leprechaun getting the pot of gold on the front of the box of your Lucky Charms, you know? Seriously, like, that's half the reason you buy Lucky Charms. I mean, I grew up, I'm a millennial, right? Again, I know it's not AARP time for me. I was born in 87, so I got to see commercials in the 90s, you know, galore. I mean, take it from somebody who's grown up, you know, to want to do nothing, that I did a whole lot of nothing when I was young, too. It was sort of like inspiration for me to become this full-rounded, well-bodied adult. You know? Anyways, I saw these commercials. I am definitely very pro cereal animated cartoon caricatures. Again, like, I'm not beefing with any of them, you know, and I don't think anyone is either, because, like, have we not all been at our worst at some point in our life, munching on the only box of cereal that we have, and the only company that we have to keep, you know, is Tony the Tiger? And it's sort of like, what better company to have? I can't think of any. Seriously, I mean, Mary Jane is kind of even, like, maybe, you know, at a real questionable tie for first there, just because Tony the Tiger, I mean, I just, he's such a positive tiger, you know? And again, this is like an animal that you grow up with on, you know, from your socks and your diapers. I mean, I really like Tony the Tiger, you know? And again, only because it's sort of like, it makes you happy. Like, you've never seen Tony the Tiger having a bad day. That's all I'm saying, you know? Like, and if you did see Tony the Tiger having a bad day, I bet you'd feel real bad about it, you know? And you'd, like, want to make Tony the Tiger have a better day. So, yeah, that's what I do in my life. I evaluate the priority list of how I rank serial cartoon characters. You know, I mean, it's so fitting, and I was thinking about this the entire time I'm with my roommate, like, trying to shop for food. I'm just, like, super jazzed about this huge box of cereal that I saw. And so, anyways, I'm hoping, like, with all destiny, you know, with all of my might, that I will be able to, you know, ascertain this cereal box so that I can have it on the channel. And if this is the case, if I do this, seriously, like, then anything can be done. And I'm already a proponent of, like absolutely being able to accomplish anything you set your mind to. But like, this is some real talk, If there was ever an Oprah moment on this channel, as it would be, in her philosophy of like dreaming it out and making it a reality. Come on now, Oprah. Then like, hey, I'm about it. Like, come on, Tony the Tiger. You need to be in my room, dude. Like, in a big cereal box so that I can wake up every morning knowing that Frosted Flakes, they're great. There's one consistent. 2 plus 2 is 4. Frosted Flakes are great, So that's all that I'm saying. I like consistency. I'm a huge fan of it. And so that is, in fact, why I want to thank you guys again for joining me and taking the time out of your day to be here. It really means a lot. I, do my best to try to put up as much entertaining content as possible. I hope that y'all are able to see that, and I hope that you vibe with it. And until next time, have a really good night, okay? Bye.